Welcome back to Voting Live right here on SABC2. Well, as you know, Klutch Kollective is South Africa's newest all-female rap crew, which comprises of Toya DeLazy, DK, Fire, as well as Genius. Now, even though the group is new to our screens now, these faces are not new to the industry at all. You all know Toya DeLazy is a well-known globally, and it's not just part of the group, but she's the executive producer and the producer of this new rap sensation. Now, the new single Back to the Roots is now available for download, so do make sure that you download the track. But tell us more about the new, of course, career and journey. We have the ladies in studio with us. Welcome. Welcome to Voting Live.
Thank you very much.
Do you see the buzz of production, how buzzy it is?
It's hectic.
It's hectic, right? Is it the same as, your music careers?
Pretty much. Right now, we've been working non-stop. I mean, we've been waking up at 5 o'clock for this entire week.
Sure.
We've had media days the whole time. We've been on Metro. We've been on YFM. We've been playlisted.
Yeah.
So it's been very, very exciting for the team, especially because we're so young.
Yeah.
In the industry. So, yeah.
It's hectic.
It's been like this, yeah.
But let's get back to the roots, no pun intended.
Back to that.
How did you guys actually meet? How did you form, the group?
So basically, I was inspired to form the group because last year the South African Hip Hop Awards had really hardly any females in any of the categories. And for me, I knew these amazing, femces. I've known Fear from Durban. We used to go to UKZN together. I know Genius from Durban as well. We used to hustle and, go to Jameson's and for shows. DK, I met her this year. But just hearing her rap, as you guys will hear, I just knew. I was like, how could this not be represented? So basically, it's just to show off the femc talent in the country because there is talent. That's what happened. I called them up and, we recorded Back to the Roots in October. Yeah. And wow, now it's quite a reality. Yeah.
I personally couldn't think of a better time to actually have females stand up and actually form their own platforms within the hip hop, industry. Yeah. And for you, Fia, what kind of vibe is your music? How would you describe your genre?
Well, it is hip-hop at the end of the day, but with each song, with each track, there's a different sound. So Back to the Roots has a lot of jazz elements. Of course, we have Toya DeLazy on production in that song, so, of course, there's a lot of jazz elements. And then we bring the hip-hop elements, we're very lyrical. But the follow-up single also is a completely different sound. So it's whatever we're feeling like at the time, whatever we want to express at the time, that's our sound at that moment. Yeah.
And let's talk about then Back to the Roots as a single, which is out for download, I understand. Yeah. What inspired that track as well as the title, would you say?
Okay, so basically, when I met up with the girls, I was like, I didn't want them to come out into this big, the whole booty rap and all that. Right. I felt like they'd get lost in the noise. So Back to the Roots is like that boom bap of back in the day. I mean, think of your Jay Dillas, think of your Lauryn Hills. It's that sort of sound, and basically you get to know each of the characters in the group. They get to tell you their story, and it's just one of those really feel-good tracks.
Would you say conscious as
well? Quite conscious as well. So basically it's just taking music back to where we feel it needed to be. And she'll explain about why then we called ourselves Klutch.
I need to hear all about that. How did you come to that name?
Well, the thing is, Klutch is already a slang term for something dope, right? Something great.
I thought it was a bag though.
Hey?
Not a clutch bag.
I know. Okay.
Not at all.
All right, we'll go with that as well. We can add that. But basically, we thought of a vehicle, right? A vehicle without the clutch, the vehicle doesn't move forwards or backwards. So that's what Klutch Kollective is here to do. We're here to shift the gears. We're here to set the pace in the music industry.
That is so powerful. Now, speaking of changing gears, what is your take currently on, female rappers? Where do you think we could go? Where do you think, what's the gap that you think could be filled right now?
I've heard that this is the year of the female rapper, and I absolutely agree. I think the game is ready, and we're here to add to, to diversify it. We're here to add to the change, and I think it's definitely on the rise, but there's always room for improvement. It's a men's club. So it's about time we came in and shook things up.
I couldn't agree more. But Toya, as the executive producer and the brains behind this group as well, what do you think the future of Klutch Kollective is, especially positioning yourself globally as an individual artist and now having to take the whole crew along with you? Where do you think the potential is at globally?
Well, there's huge potential because the sound is unique. We are all authentic, and everyone is diverse in the group. So I don't feel like we'll run out of ideas. So I think it's going to be easy for people to resonate with the sound. I mean, of course, we want to believe that we can take it globally and further as possible, all the way through Africa, because I feel like we're making a really strong statement. I don't think there's been a all-female group in South Africa for a while, you know. So to have this position and this pedestal, it's all about, you know, taking every opportunity and making sure everybody knows that Klutch Kollective is here and the sound that we would like to share with everyone.
I mean, it's all well and exciting, but I could think of a number of artists as well. I think of Nomuzi, I think of, you know, Gigi Lemaine. Any rappers that actually are competition, you think, okay, guys, we need to up our stakes here, because when we think of these female rappers, we're like, any competition, you say?
No competition. No. I mean, they're very talented. I mean, shout out to all of them. We've got a lot of love and a lot of respect for them and their hustle. They're very talented. But I feel like we're in a league of our own. Also, we're not trying to compete with them. If anything, it's healthy competition. So if I hear a song by Rouge or Nomuzi, if I hear a verse and I'm like, yo, that's dope, I know that when I get to studio, I need to produce something just as dope, just as hot.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's healthy competition. We're not trying to knock anyone's hustle. It's really not about that. We don't need that. You know, we don't need to be tearing each other down at this point in time.
And for those who want to get a hold of you, then where can they find you guys on social media, the song?
Okay, so we are Klutch Kollective, so that's with a K, so Klutch Kollective, and you can find us on Facebook at Klutch Kollective. You can find us on Instagram, it's Klutch Kollective, and on Twitter, it's Klutch Kollective without the E, because there wasn't any space. So yeah, that's where you guys can find us, and yeah, download Back to the Roots.
You can download Back to the Roots, actually. SMSB 2TR. to 37616 and SMS cost R7.50 for all networks.
Thank you so much, Fia, and yourself, Toya Lazy. Klutch Kollective, you're officially in the building. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you.
Alrighty then. Well, that was called Klutch Kollective, telling us more about the amazing journey as an all-new female rap crew. But however, I'm going to leave our news with that. Let's go back to the news days with Musa for the latest in news.